Hi, welcome back to another video from AJE Drone Services, where in this series I'm going to learn how to fly FPV. So this is the third episode, and there's been quite a bit of improvement in the last couple of days. So I had the video went out midweek because there's a lot of footage I was putting together, so I've gone on for a few different circuits. Well, this is the short circuit. Tried a bit of racing, but I haven't got a hope in hell of keeping up with these AI drones. Just bimbled around, really, just kept getting too much height. Whether that's the camera angle. Every time you try and look up, the drone goes up. So obviously for racing, I think you need to adjust the camera angle there. One thing that I was looking at was just seeing videos of chase cams of drift cars, and I was like, well, I want to have a go at that, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the thing. But then I realised I had to download the DLC slipstream download. But even after that, it took me forever. I even have to ask my son to come and help me to figure out how to get it downloaded and actually on the game. And it's actually, there's a little toggle button on the pause menu that you have to select, and then it just allows you to have I think there's six areas where you can fly so I'll use the slipstream. So you can see there from this video that the cars have now been put on the track, and desperately trying to chase them around to get a bit of footage. Still not 100% in control of the drone. It sort of goes where I send it, but I have to then correct big mistakes. So it's we're getting there. We're now up to, I think we're talking maybe 16, maybe 18 hours of flying. Again, it's difficult to see. The only way I can judge is by the length of videos. Oh, yeah. I was obviously just trying something a little different, a bit of fly-throughs. First one obviously didn't go to plan. Back with the drifting, trying to drift the drone through as well as the car drifting. So it's just a bit of a trying my hand at flying through things. You know, like a little car museum. I thought I'd have a pop along and see what this is all about. But I mean, I spent more time hitting the walls. But there's a little clip later on where I actually do manage to get through this without touching the sides. So we went back and gave this another shot. As you can see, we a little maybe touch on the ground there. Nice turns. Lined up and straight through. Back through the main entrance of the car museum. Tight turn round the tree, and then we'll. Yeah, it's very close through here though. Drift footage. Well, actually look pretty good, if I do say so myself. Oops. So back on the golf course. But while we're getting a little bit more control. What can we do through the gates? So we set off first 3 gates. Just now a little touch on the ground there, but I don't mind that. I think that was the last gate, yep. The other one was failed attempt. A failed as I say, it's not all going to plan, but we are certainly making improvements. Each time we come onto the sim, we seem to make an improvement. So by the end of this video, you'll see a marked change in my flying abilities. Sort of, again, it's like any racing. The further down the track you look, the better prepared you are. So that's one thing I need to do is prepare myself to look further down the track. This was actually a clean lap. Getting the turns a little better. That was a little bit clunky, but I sort of just tend to yaw, or trying to yaw in a little bit earlier rather than trying to turn. Whoops. But yeah, we hit every gate there. And then we thought we'd have a go in the quarry, or the pit, I believe it's called. So there's like, the gates are very small, as you saw that one there just I went through was they're very small, so we'll avoid that. But I just thought, let's have a go through the barn. Did we get through the barn? Yeah, we've nailed the barn. Fly through with the conveyor, digger, whatever you want to call it. It'll turn and back again. So even a nice little cheeky U-turn there. Then we moved on to, I can't think of the name of this one, to try something a little different. And as you'll see from this, it says slalom as you go through here. There you go. And it's not easy. It's almost difficult at first. I always find this one, I should go racing straight away with these sims, because it tells you where the gates are, or where you should be going, whereas at the moment it's like, yeah, where do I go? But yeah, we put the race mode on, tells you where the gates are. You get through a couple of them. I think one of the other things that I've done this last couple of days is trying to speed up the stick controls, the RC controls. I think I'm up to around, I think it's 600 degrees per second of rotation, so the drone's reacting quicker. That's one thing I'm struggling. That's one thing I'm struggling is just going straight up in the air, because I think as soon as you start going up and you start putting the throttle on, it sort of backs away from the building or the structure that you're trying to go through. And I'm waving my hands around so you can actually see what I'm doing, which is helping at no end. We've got a bit of a fly through. We thought we've got this one nailed, then some safety experts put a hound rail in there. This is I think this is called the trail. mountain trail. But again, it's sort of up and down, as opposed to staying the same height off the ground. It's sort of like we'll come down for the gate and then we'll go back up again. Oh, we've got to come back down again. Go up through the little gully. Bit of rotation around the car. We found a volcano. I'm sure a volcano would not, although a drone wouldn't stand up to the heat from hovering over a volcano, but we're in a sim, we can do what we like. Follow the lava flow. Look up the other way, there's like a little lava waterfall. This was good for the throttle control, just to keep it steady. And again, trying to go up on the throttle tends to throw me back, so it was trying to throw the drone up and then forward. So another bit of follow cam for these two off-roaders. Short circuit to follow. Got away with that one, I think. Follow some drifters. I think at this point something was clicking, not physically, but like with the thumbs, the controls, and I'm just thinking, do you know what? I think I'm getting the hang of this. Go under the sign. Well, what would follow this guy around? Yeah. And then off to the trees again, and I was like flying through the trees, and it was like, hang on, seem to have really can see what I want to do, picking my line and actually making it. Making the turns, tightish turns as well. And to find the drone running away from me as well is sort of like having to sort of really rein it back at times, because it's, yeah, tends to run away. Although I was making it through a lot of that, I think it was more by luck than judgment, but I think I'm getting better. Again, if you've got any comments, any tips, put them in the comments below. If you like what you've seen, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to come along on the journey. So we'll see you in the next video.